Yeah, welcome back everybody. This is, I guess, our steel blueprint bonanza. Yeah, we're pretty much now, you know, we've done all that copper and iron, a bit of cement, and we've built up our central storage system here. We got our power going over there. We're starting to put our rail track in. And now in this biome, it's time to look at steel. So before we get down there, let's flick through the blueprints I've got for you today. So we're looking, this is mainly internal sort of stuff now. So we got normal factories, which have always been standalone, but these are meant to really be inside a bigger structure. So they're like an internal factory sort of thing. So here's our first one, where this is going to be the, you know, the main one when it comes down to steel. You're going to be making lots of pipes and lots of steel beams. So yeah, notice it's slightly different. This one, you know, normal glass of thing, but we've got, you know, metal sort of frames, and we're looking here at steel pipes. You always get more steel pipes than you do with beams. But out of this, we're going to get 360 pipes and 120 per minute of beams. However, that comes at a big cost, because we're going to need 480 go into here. So you need Mark IV belts here, peeps. So if you've not got them yet, before you drop this one down, you're going to need Mark IV belts. It's the easiest way to do it, to be fair. I try to keep everything down to the lowest possible belt, but this really, you know, needs the 480 per minute coming in both sides. So, like I said, this will be in the description for the download. So let's see what else we've got. A lot of the stuff really is going to be down on assemblers, you know, so we're going to have more like this, which is going to be, you know, less. I mean, we're inside for a start, so you don't need to be something so robust. And these are going to give us 10 stators or stator per assembler. So you got 20 going in the, you know, one for each assembler. And then finally, for to finish off our steel, we got encased beam, which is a steel beam encased in concrete. So obviously we need concrete for this one. Similar setup to the stators, but we're getting 15. We're using steel beams, obviously. We're getting 15 per assembler, so we're getting a total of 30. You don't get a lot in these sort of things, but you know, it's a steady supply, so it'll build up, and you might need more than one, but you know, well, you will need more than one probably. So how do we get all this? Well, we need steel. So these are all internal, as I've said, but I think our steel one will probably be an external factory, so that's how I made it. So I made our steel one an external affair. More complicated because we're using foundries, not smelters here. So we got to bring in coal and we got to bring in iron. So we have a couple of inputs here. One standard tier 3 Mark III belts. We're going to bring in coal and we're going to bring in iron. So here's the logistics flow. Obviously we got 2 inputs, so we have to be a little bit thoughtful of how we bring things in. And then so we got 120 outside, so we got 80 per minute required for all 4. That's 160 a side. Right, going back up to the top now, and we've got where the exit comes out. So basically we've got 240 per output. So we've got a total of 480, which is handy because that's what we need. So yeah, we've got 480 coming out of here from 4 effective foundries. And that's 240 aside, not going into any storages, going straight out, because generally speaking, these are ingots, so you're going to be utilising them straight away. No need to store them. In fact, we're going to be running short more than anything else. And like I said, we can look inside. I've sort of thinking it up. So we got these 160 a minute coming in. So we actually need 160 per minute for coal and 160 a minute for iron ingots. So, and by the way, we are using the alternative recipe here. So let me explain. Just get up there. So we've got 408 per minute and requires 162 by 2 coal. What I didn't put in there is that we do require this to have the alternative recipe for solid steel ingots. The difference here is basically we're using ingots instead of raw iron ore. We get more steel for our recipe, and we're actually using less materials. We only need 2 ingots and 2 coal, but for that one, for the ore one, we need 3 and 3. So it's 50% more when you think about it in that respect. See, if we put on that, we only get 90 if you use the iron ore. So, and you know, that's another thing as well. For this one, you do need, because there's no better way of doing it, you do need that alternate recipe for this. Now, I said we needed 160, so we can just put 240 in, but it's easier to do this, and I'll leave this as a blueprint as well. So this, what this does, it sort of reduces down 240 inputs and gives us 160 outputs. So no messing about needed. So at the bottom here, and this is equivalent on the other side, 240 in the first and the bottom 2. And then what it actually gives us is 360 outputs. Does nothing. All we're doing is putting it into some combiners and splitters. So obviously we've got a 480 total. So if we 480 divide that by the 160 we need, it's 3. So we get 3 outputs. So it's repeated on the other side. So if we get, for example, 240 outputs, inputs, sorry, we can get for that 6 outputs of 160. So you get 1 extra as such. Now this is a bonus one, really. And we'll see it later on. We'll probably tack it on at the end of the video. But this is, because we're in that area and there is a couple of quartz nearby, I'm throwing in this exterior, which gives 162 crystals and 450 silica. And it's just a bonus external factory, really. But I'll showcase this probably at the end of this video. But yeah, you've got that in the description as well. So you've got quite a few blueprints to be going at. So The important factor on this, it requires 270 output from the miners, so you just make sure that you're maxing the belt, and it takes 2 of those. So 2 270s will go into this blueprint to give you quartz crystal and silica. So hopefully that's useful. It's quite nice. I mean, it's a similar sort of. There's the input up there as well as the one down below. Just there. Right. Shall we take a look at how I put all this together? Let me show you my steelworks, and there she is. So, if you remember, we were sort of putting this train route in, so I've integrated the train. The train route's not active yet, but it will be very, very soon. So I wanted to integrate train access to and from and through. But yeah, this is my awesome little factory here. We get into the big leagues now as we move up, you know, as we move up the tiers. So let me try and explain how this works. So we're going to have a train coming in here. Now this is the pass through. So this is not stopping here. This is going to pass straight through. So I've got a tunnel going straight through the factory. It's got glass floors top and bottom. So we can actually, you know, watch it go in if you want. And then it will go out here and it'll go right or left depending on, you know, whichever direction that the train needs to go. So this is for through trains which are not stopping, and I noticed there's a thingy missing here, so it should have right hand here going into this direction, and of course it's not going to work out for me, so let me just remove that. Okay. This going to work for me? I don't think it will it? No, it's not. Yeah, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. All right, so let's see how we're going to do this. Let's just join this up here, and I think what I need to do is draw a fresh one. So now if you draw straight just up to this here, now I should be able to line up here. Okay, that's too far, so let me just delete that one. Okay, let me try again. It should just line up on this first one here. Perfect. Okay. That goes straight across there like so. And that's it. So, yep. Once we get the you know, the one going in that direction finished and one going in the other direction finished, you know, we'll be golden. So, the building looks pretty good, I think, you know. So, right at the bottom, this is the station. So, I've got 2 in here because I haven't decided exactly what I need, but I've put 5. Again, they're not live yet, but I put 5 platforms in here. So there could be a bit of a mixture of incoming and outgoing. You know, I'm bringing some concrete in, some extra iron ingots, who knows, some coal, etc. And then firing out our products. And basically it's going to come in here, so if it comes in from this direction, it'll come round here, go down this little helter-skelter, and then off on one of them 2 routes, depending on which station it should go in. So, I think it looks quite good. Still got a lot of, you know, playing about to do, to put in the structure and get it all sort of like looking right. I'm not going to look inside yet, so let me see underneath. It's got, I put all the, you know, columns and that, and this is basically where it comes out. It'll come out here up this little helter-skelter, and it will either go back that way or go out if it wants to go out to either direction once we, you know, move across there. So first things first, we need some iron. So for this area, there's 4 pure nodes up in this direction. So that's where I'm just pulling these So I just dropped them, no minor closures, just getting 4 of these, all set to 240 per minute, and I'm just conveying these through the building. So this is going to go through the building, not going to stop in the building, we're going to go straight through it effectively. So if we look through here, it's actually beneath this area. I haven't actually put a route down to it there yet. This is still, like I said, work in progress. So let's go into the station itself and then we'll see it in there. So it's literally just taking this here. So it's going straight across. So basically this is all my iron ore. So I need to send this off to some smelters. And we're going to use the same smelters we used in, you know, a few episodes ago now. And if you missed that episode and you want to get these blueprints, you know, feel free to grab them. So it's all being fed into these 4 smelters here. Standard smelters, 240 in, 240 out. But like I said, this needs to be 160 for our steel. So put it into our converter here. So comes in all 4 at the bottom there, and all these are 160. They're all stuck now, stopped now, purely because, you know, it's full. But that's how it's spread up inside. So you got 6 there, which will split up 2 by 2 into each of these steelworks. And then for our coal, again, this is why we use steel here in this area, because we've got these nice little 4 normal nodes. You know, a bit of power shards, get them up to 240, fire them into this condenser again, and reduce that down to 160 times 6, and they all go down these conveyors here. Let's take a look inside actually, and I'll show you where it comes in. So this is how it comes in. It needs to be 2 aside, so 1 coal, 160 iron ingots either side. So we got 4 inputs coming in for 1 building. So it's 4 there, 4 on this side, which feeds that one there. You can just see it's pretty nice setup, I think. And then the last 4 up here. Right, let's go and take a look at how I've implemented them. So basically, these are outside, so I've just put them on their own sort of thing, on the rooftop, just connecting up some power, so they're actually on. They've actually done the job and they're actually full. All right. All looking pretty good. Now we can take a look at our interesting factory. Let's go this way actually. Let's have a look. This little hole here, I've not decided what to do. Probably going to be some sort of, you know, conveyor system potentially. But I put some doors here so we can get in and have a look here. But this is what we got. So all this lined up now, not quite hooked up yet, but this is my pipes and this is my steel beams. And I've just laid around it an infrastructure of, you know, pathways to make going up and down both floors. So looks pretty cool. Quite like that. And this is what you need steel for. It's pipes and beams, effectively. So let's cut across the railway line and make sure no trains come in, although none will be. And then this is the works that we'll be utilising some of that stuff for the beams, the pipes. Yeah, so this is where we're going to be doing the stator blueprints and the encased steel beam. So, in fact, let's not go across this line right now. Let's go the top end here. I've not put all the infrastructure in place yet, so the raw, I guess, ideas are in place. But obviously some more blueprints are going to come into play here once we start to... Alright, we can't touch that side because of the belted system, but there's lots of area here to cover. This is going to be quite useful. Perhaps some standalone stuff as well. We can put, you know, even some other stuff in here. We got some concrete. We got some ironworks that we probably could do with doing. And then we've probably got some other stuff that we'll get from, you know, oil fields, that sort of stuff. Yeah, I think definitely we can sort something out. And if we look at the bottom down here, I mean, yeah, again, all this is, you know, ready to be utilized. So I'm definitely going to have like a large space there to play with. Definitely going to fill that with something. And rinse and repeat on the other side. You know, I've started to flesh this out a bit more. I've started to put in a walkway from the higher floor. So, yeah. And this is just a huge, huge area. But definitely a lot of scope here to expand even further. You know, and I'll throw some videos up, you know, now and again, chatting the progress. Obviously, when I get more blueprints as well, like today, I will certainly be throwing a lot of them out too. So yeah, overall, I think this is looking really, really good. You know, we've got steelworks sort of started now. You know, I mean, there's a lot of tidying up to do here. Definitely. There's got other things that I need to withdraw from. For example, over here, we've got our coal. I haven't used yet. So that's a pure node sat right there to either be more power or to combine with iron ingots again to give us more steel. Not 100% sure. I think this is going to be fleshed out. I'm going to definitely be kicking off the transport, the rail system, getting that live and up and running. That's for definite. Now we've got the main three areas covered now, which is the steel, copper, and the iron. You know, I think I just need to tidy a little bit up, I think. You know, connect from over there, and then we got, you know, other nodes over that region as well we can utilize. We've got some copper over there. Yeah, we've still got lots of things to net in, but I think we're in a good spot to actually bring in our central storage unit here and start to deliver some of the stuff that we're making down places like this. So I think it's a real positive step, and it's looking really, really good. You know, I just love how it's all coming together. I hope you guys, if any of you guys have followed my earlier blueprint videos, you can see all this sort of making sense now. You know, and obviously as we get further down the line, the blueprints are going to get far, far more complicated. And more important at the end of the day, that we do have a blueprint, especially for regular things that you're going to be dropping on a regular basis. So yeah, I think we're pretty good there now. But before we go anywhere or finish the video, I did promise that this would be. There's a bonus video. There's a bonus blueprint as well. So let's go through our bonus blueprint right now. And here it is. Yep, finally, we're right next to the two nodes anyway, so we can make some silicon with our raw quartz. And we can make some quartz crystals as well. So I've got everything feeding into here. So let's just make a little ramp to get through I mean, you could do this as well with the foundation, but let's just do it as a ramp. So let's put a catwalk crossing here. Let's just put one both sides. And that gives, even though I fly everywhere, I still like to add as much walkability as I can. I like everywhere to be as... I don't really need my chainsaw. So yeah, this is it. So this will make all the silicon I need and all the raw crystals. Sorry, all the crystals I need. And it will store them in these things here. So why don't we look to power things up? You know, the miners are already powered, so let's power the factory itself up and let's test it out, because I haven't tested these things out right yet. So sometimes, you know, little mistakes happen and something might be incorrect, so I always like to try and test them. I haven't tested a lot of these though. I haven't tested the other ones yet either, so... Right, they're all going in. Like I said, just remember these are 270. So remember to max these out with the power shard to 270 parts per minute. And you can tell that because there's no gaps in between on the belt. So it's 100% utilized for the belt at 207 per minute. And down here we've got our silica being done. It'll take some time, obviously, for it to catch up. You know, and sort of regulate itself, so it's always 100% efficient. Don't need my light on. Right, let's go up to the quartz crystals. And let's have a look. So that looks like working all right. Oh, I've got quartz crystal in my silicon, and it's going up. So yeah, you know what that means? It means one of my constructors is set wrong. So these up here. Yeah. So one of these down here has been set to crystals instead of silica. So let's have a look which one it is. That one's right. That one's right. Bang. That one isn't. So paste that across. That's now silica. And that's silica. 45. 45. Is that right? 45, and then over here, okay, that was 45, 45, but that one was 90, I think. Oh, it was 90 because it was quartz crystal. All right, it should be 45, so let's copy that. In fact, let's do this manually. So let's go into here. Let's go to select recipe, select silica. Done. Let's do that for here. Select recipe, select silica. Done. I will make the changes, by the way. Any changes I make, I'll make the changes to the blueprint before the post. So anything you download will be correct. So don't worry about that. But this is why it's worth checking these out. And if you ever spot any of my blueprints that have an issue, do let me know and I'll make the correction and upload a corrected version. But I mean, you know, slip-ups do happen. I think that's wrong. That needs to be... That's 45 a minute. So looking at the input, 45 a minute, 45 a minute. and that's 45 a minute. And that's 45 a minute. We got 270. So they all should be 45 per minute. So that's why they're not quite working. So that's changed now. Let's change 45. 45. Don't need that power shading. Might as well take that out. 45. I'm going to take that out. That's right. So 270 input, which is 6 at 45 per minute. Yep, I will make those changes. So you'll have the right blueprint. But again, this is why we check these sort of things. And if you do spot any of my blueprints that do have an error, then do let me know. I'll check it out and I'll post an update. So I just need to get rid of that for now. No more's come in, so yeah, we're all good. Okay. Yeah, that's right. 90 times 3 is 270. So that's it. I hope these are useful to you. I hope you've enjoyed a look at the factory and might give you a bit of inspiration on factories that you're going to build yourselves. And this is what blueprints are great for. You get all the mechanics done in the blueprints, and then you just leave the artistic design to you. Because believe you me, this takes hours and hours and hours, and then you rip it all up and start again because you might not like something. This took me a while to get to the design I liked. So, but it's all coming in. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and as ever, leave me a comment, leave me a like, if you've enjoyed the video. But until the next time, have a good day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye everybody.